Alright. So what are we going to accomplish in this room? Now that we can actually walk around it after a while. The door doesn't budge. Isn't that where she hid before? This plaque is so out of place that it must have some kind of It must have some kind of purpose. A random guess. Related to the elevator, maybe? The words on the plaque end with T and start with old. That happens to be the password for the elevator. Is Skylo using it as some sort of giant sticky note? So told T instead of go. That's a stretch, but I guess if it's not meant to be a clue for a puzzle, but is instead supposed to just be a little reminder to help you out as somebody who already knows the password, maybe that's more helpful. Because you wouldn't reasonably go like, yeah, the last letter and then these three. Like, that's a strange approach, unless that's some kind of predetermined cipher. An impressive collection of weapons, some of them very heavy. Here are pole arms. Deep! It's deep if you think about it. This entire poster is obscured by bamboo. It's been bamboozled. Don't go out that way. Those two guys could still be outside. Oh, you're right. Let's go back to the elevator then. I guess that's all there is to do. Just a weird sign, but we don't need it to solve anything because we've already been around. Maybe she'll just magically gain the password now because we've been here. So this is the safe we've been trying to open the whole time, but we don't know the password because only the other guy knows the password. Oh, and I can't change characters. Oh, is she coming down? No. Is this all part of your plans still? First the elevator door, then the mithril. Aye. I'm old but not blind, reckless young men. In this kind of games, not best plural, you never know who's the cat until the final showdown. Boop. Sup? Oh, you're still in here. This room's great for reading. I've read like 30 pages. That's more than I can normally finish in half a year. There's a lot of good stuff about painting in the Seer's journal. Valuable lessons for me. Is she gonna pick up a new power? I get it that he needs a secret studio, ways from the noises of the camp. What I don't get is, how does he get inside? I came in through a mural. Can he do the same? Maybe. Aha! The answer is clear. He must have some kind of spell to walk through walls. Enough reading for a day. It's been a while. Maybe Skylo's room is finally safe again. Yeah, if the Seer uses the mural to get around, then they're probably not going to be happy if you freaking close the whole thing up. So that's the way back out, but there's more over here. Oh, it goes right back in here. I thought it came from the other side. I guess it's still the same giant dragon. Yep, no one's home. Now I can take my time. I think I got all the collectibles now. She doesn't have... It's a little disappointing, but characters don't have different observations of things compared to each other a lot of the time. Skylo Tus dumped a load of paper here. Upon a closer examination, they're all applications and proposals waiting to be approved. This wardrobe is huge. 2 copies of me can easily fit inside together. So I think none of the options were told before, because I think I tried all 3 of them. Ink. Huh. Have I learned anything new since last time? I have. At this point, it's just canon that they're gaining information from each other somehow. Wow, I nailed it. That's incredible luck. Let's see what's behind this door. I wasn't expecting Zero Escape to chase me even here, but it's kind of what we're doing again. The basement is huge. This cabinet is kind of too out of place. Yep, locked tight, figured. It's a safe. To open, I've got to figure out with this pegboard and wire thing. Wait. I thought the elevator was the final piece of the puzzle. Turns out this safe is what I've been trying after all along. Inside it is the key to the meditation chamber. To open the safe... No, I couldn't get anything helpful out of General Tso's chicken. If I could get the elevator going by random guess, maybe I'll hit the jackpot again with the safe. Roll the dice. Oh, shit. I think I hit a point of no return on whether or not I get the password myself. It's still an objective, so if I had explored more, maybe I could have figured out... Hey, the bull is dancing. He has a dancing animation. That's great. What's going on? The vibes are totally different. Isn't that the Echo Pearl? They're using a rare artifact as what? A colorful light ball? What's the matter? This is a waste of a precious resource, a crime! Well, using it as a light ball doesn't do anything to it, and apparently using it as a catalyst also doesn't do anything to it, so neither are a waste. Calm down, buddy. I thought this year's party was gonna be lame. The boss doesn't want no speech. Seer's not with us, you know. But this, well, this is something. The psychic's full of tricks. He just made Bedhast's kitchen the center of the dance floor. Who could have thought of that? Not just the psychic, all three religious figures this year are pretty cool. Cocky sure's know how to find fun people. Gotta give him that. Sorry, Smarty, but none of us is what you think we are. Aw, we just like smart. Everyone has a dancing animation! Oh god, it's synced with the music and it's going faster. Yeah, no one would have ever guessed that this was gonna be a dance floor. They actually all have different dance animations. This is great. Sculpturing is fun, but not as much when you do it all day. This party's a nice change of scenery. It'd be better without the booze, though. Alcohol is the mind killer, especially for artists. Speaking of art, I've moved all my statues away from the walkway upstairs. Don't use the walkway, you heard me. Structure's not stable. Thank you for the reminder. I'll stay away from it, unless... And he's genuinely DJing. His hands on a record, basically. It's a furry rave. Honey, are you feeling a bit better now? I'm sorry. You better be. I almost forgot why I married this guy. He's not much good at everything else, but once the music starts, he rules the dance floor. With this move where he puts his arms up and rotates slightly over and over again. Thank you for staying with me, honey. You mean the world to me, you know. I married this guy. Better stick to the end, right? What are you doing here? Where else do you think I should be? Nowhere in particular. Isn't this supposed to be the chef's space? The chef is busy working on his brother. I thought I'd take over. Who's ready to make some noise tonight? Let's partay for the full moon. Whoa. Some noise? Stompy boy. I'm glad that mom and dad could cease fire for once, but seeing them like this kind of gives me goosebumps. Guess I'll give them some personal space. All's well that ends well. Look at the shimmying lion tiger thing. I made that groovy kitchen over there. The principle is a lot like a pipe organ. Gas passes through the feeding pipe, twist the knobs to adjust musical notes. But this, man, The psychic just brought the whole setup to a whole new level. He replaced the gas tank with the blower. Since what goes in and out is just plain air, he can twist the knobs way beyond the safety limit without blowing this whole place up. The music is a lot more impressive. I mean, I never dreamed of doing that. He's one heck of a thinker. I totally forgot this thing was designed as a kitchen. It served every purpose but being a kitchen, including a Phoenix Wright court trial stage. There's a metal box on the table. Next to it are many little cards. I've already read this journal. Do not use the overpass upstairs, it's shaky. Noted, thanks. I still can't go up there. We used that path like once, and ever since then it's been completely blocked. Kiln isn't here. Oh, so trying to get to the kiln. The kiln downstairs won't cut out. It needs Sir Art's fancy new tech kiln. So we're pretty on rails here. Wait, how many of those orbs do they have? I don't know much about kilns, but even I can tell this one's special. Yep, it's a pretty big deal. I've never worked on this mithril stuff before, but with the pearl as catalyst and this big baby kiln on full power, everything's possible. The objective is to open a box. For that, ideally I'd make a crowbar or dagger. I didn't know you could do blacksmithing. Nah, blacksmithing, astrology, engineering, alchemy, mechanics, pharmaceutical, divination, feng shui. In this trade, you gotta learn a bit of everything. You ought to teach me something when we've got time. My pleasure, but we don't have time right now. Gotta get this done before someone comes along looking for his missing mithril. You can do this. And then they all exploded and died. The end. After a tough hour of toiling, Tai Ching's managed to create... What's this? It's the thing that gets our thing done, I hope. Weren't we talking about something to pry open a box along the seams? Okay, I admit it. I screwed up. You happy now? The pearl isn't supposed to change. Somehow it gobbled down the chunk of mithril and got red. Fear not, failure is the mother of success. Things often get worse before they get better. I'm just not sure if we can live long enough to see them get better. Look forward, bro. The past is history. The future is bulletproof. The aftermath is secondary. We'll have better luck downstairs. Sure. Will you, though? Well, we failed to make anything like what we're trying to do. Now we'll just magically open it with a completely nonsensical item that we don't understand. This probably will work. It's probably fine. Just let it be. Just don't panic. Where's Tarjumdad? He's gone. I said I wanted to try his setup out. He left the kitchen to me and went out. What are you doing now? Trying to fix this light ball. It's broken. Light ball? You mean this precious pearl? What pearl? Ha! You picked that up from Cocky, didn't you? He calls those things pearl. They're not? Of course not. We bandits know our jewelry, alright. You've got to know what to go after and what you hauled in. Next time, bring you jewelry to a professional bandit for appraisal. Good point. What is this then? This ball? It's something called Deep Bomb. Deep Bomb? Do you mean what I think you mean? I guess I do. What is a Deep Bomb? A miniature explosive device used in the days of the Nine Emperors. They defeated sand bandits and created what's known as the Zone 3 these days with these things. Like a nuke? A deep bomb doesn't have much blast radius, okay, so not like a nuke. But nothing within its range could survive. It leaves very colorful splashes when it blows up. As pretty as it's lethal. You mean they're using high-power explosives for lighting? Chill, man. Don't you worry about a thing. It's not armed. I'd be surprised if it still works after this long. Let's not decorate our dance floor with unexploded mines because trust me, bro, it's probably not working anymore. They say armed deep bombs are bright red, see? This color here is anything but. Uh-huh. Bright red. You've been using a bomb as a catalyst this entire time. What? Cats got your collective tongues? You communists. No, nothing. Enjoy. Also, they act like it was a precious resource, and there's like at least 4 in this room right now. These deep bombs have been in the camp for, like, forever. We don't even know who got them from where. The Seer dug them out of storage and made them into useful things. The Seer, Sir Art, he's a genius. You think I'm a great inventor? Well, he's 100 times better. I learned everything from him. Oh, we don't think you're a great inventor. It's a shame that he didn't have time to properly tutor me. I've had to figure out a lot of things on my own, so you did not learn everything from him. A self-contained kitchen is placed at the center of the stage. There's a plaque next to it. Groovy kitchen. Yeah, the cook at your own BGM. Everyone's still dancing even though the music isn't happening. Hope he's having a good time. The guy's perpetual job is just to stop us from going upstairs and using that one walkway for like the rest of the playthrough. I keep wanting to hop over the knocked over gate. There's something very goofy about how they fell over. Oh, there he is. Is that a drawing of sleeping over him? Watch out! How's him, Dad? He seems to be asleep. Let's sneak past. Ouch! Damn, that's the most angry looking Trotna we've ever seen. And he like, what, stubbed his toe? Shh. Sorry, I stepped on a huge keyring, that hurt. He's sleeping like a log. Just watch what you're stepping on. I'm doing that. Move, move, move! Did you grab the keyring? That's important, isn't it? I think he's just awake. I think he's awake and he's passing out the keyring to us because he's actively enabling us for his own devices. He's placed himself there specifically. It's very funny that he put up like what looks to be a poster that says ZZZ. It looks like it's just on the backboard and not like indicating the sounds he's making. Are we gonna put a bomb on the safe? What now? Shall we blow the safe up? Well, we don't have any other option. We have only one charge though. Better follow the original plan. First, find the seam. Good call. If there's only one charge, aim for the weakest part. I don't know how you can aim. The bomb is bigger than the safe. Exactly. I'll check its bottom and back. You cover the top. How's that sound? Sounds great. There's plentiful collectibles. On the top here... Oh, this is the safe. the wardrobe-y thingy. That's just the combination thing on the side. Everything is green, but there are lights in slightly different shade of green. In a somewhat scary shape. The shape that I accidentally make sometimes when I'm trying to be symmetrical. I'm like, hang on a minute, I need to stop. This is turning into something. And I thought they were decorative patterns, but if I didn't know what to look for. These must be the seams, like Tarjum talked about. Taratna, I found it. Incidentally, never put 4 L shapes in Tetris together. Bad news. Great, what's next? The big bomb? Deep bomb. Yep, doing that right now. Here we go. Oh, Taratna also has a little, like, crouch and inspect pose. Oh. And apparently Transia can lay down? No, there's nothing. But there is no get up from laying down animation. They just play the jumping animation. I've checked the whole place inch by inch and there's no clue about the combination. On second thought, it does make sense. If Skylo could unlock the safe with his palm, there's no need to keep notes about the combination. Maybe I should just keep trying my luck on the safe. Eventually I'll hit the mother lode. After exhausting maybe 1 billion combinations, yes. You're getting around very quickly. You were not asleep. Knock before you walk in, oldster. I was certainly not expecting to find someone sneaking around. I don't have time for this. What the heck are you doing here? I could have asked the same question. Whatever you say. But you said 1 billion possible combinations, meaning you've seen that safe down there. That I have. But how? The gate leading down is tightly locked. How else? In that elevator, of course. For real? Where did you get the password? The large sign over there. The last letter plus the first 3. The password. Skylo isn't the smartest boy. He must have kept a note or 2 about the password somewhere. That does make sense. Gold light? What was this sign originally for? I have no idea. It sounded like a beer brand. Do you fill in the combination of the safe in a way that matches the top of the wardrobe? Right. Beer brand indeed. What's beer? They don't have beer here? But they have alcohol here. I guess it's only wine? Because everyone was getting drunk. It's a foreign alcoholic beverage that doesn't like to stay in you for long. If finding the combination is out of the question, maybe we could just bust the safe. I could use Taratna's help for this. Probably not happening. The safe is made of deep steel. Busting it would be impossible. Even though he actually knows that you can bust it in the seams, but she didn't see that scene. Oh yeah? Yeah. You know an awful lot about the camp for an outsider. Not about this camp. Deep steel is from true dragons. True dragons like Nobilis, the Emperor? Not necessarily. His Majesty is the last Nobilis alive, but there used to be many more of them in Bluescales, tens of thousands. You know, we had 10 emperors back in the day. They were not true dragons. I thought at least one of them was supposed to be a true dragon. When we say Nobilis, we don't always mean royalty. Good point. Each member of the Nobilis was born with a special talent. Together they led Bluescales to greatness. Is that the 10 or the 10,000 that all had special talents? You mean each of them had a special talent? Indeed. So, like, the obscure, he was born a great artist, and Hullabaloo, born an inventor? Yes. All members of the Nobilis, each a genius in a domain, born that way. Kind of disappointing that none of them had to like, earn their way, or like, also just kind of a boring life to not develop skills. That's so unfair. Unfair, yes, but these talents are not their assets. When their mortal bodies die, their talents remain in this world. Without a body, the talent manifests in a form of its own, usually a globe, called a dragon pearl. For a second, I thought you were going to say Dragon Ball. Fuck. If you have the know-how, you can extract the dormant talent in a dragon pearl and make it into useful artifacts. Without the know-how, it's still possible to make a dragon pearl into a deep bomb. Talent is power, you see. When you unleash a massive amount of power in a split second, you get an explosion. Dude, that's so screwed up. It's like desecration. You can also temper dragon pearl into a different substance. Deep steel, the toughest metal known to the world. Alright, well this setting is getting a lot simplified in that a bunch of disparate things are all turning out to be the same object. You've got to be kidding me. So the safe downstairs is what? Made of dead true dragons? Oh yes, but the dragons themselves wouldn't mind. They'd hate to see their talents being wasted. All for the future of Bluescales. My point is, don't feel bad about using things made of dragon pearls. You'd be doing the dragons an honor, unless it's really stupid, like a disco ball. I don't dig their way of thinking. There's a special kind of dragon pearls. They do preserve, though. Those of deceased emperors. The emperor's talents are simply too powerful. There was no way to safely make use of them. They were typically hidden in mausoleums. An automaton told me something about their mausoleums. He was buried in one as, like, a superintendent for the dead? Is that so? If he's outside, it means the mausoleum itself must have been defiled by grave robbers. They're after the Emperor's dragon pearls because black market vendors pay a handsome price for them. I hope they won't fall into the wrong hands, which is anyone, probably. Forgive this old fool. That was more than you need to know. Just forget what I said. And don't tell anyone else about it, of course. You don't say. I don't have spare brain storage for this now. Something's on your mind. Duh. The combination, the safe. I've got to get the key to the meditation chamber, and it's not going to happen. How about that? My last hope is Tiratna and Tai Ching. Franzia. Would you like to have a look at the meditation chamber? The meditation chamber? The one with the Seer guy inside? The very same. We can't enter yet, of course, but I've found its entrance. Oh yeah? How did you know? I just know. Why? Is it confidential? I think I heard someone talking about it somewhere, that only Skylo knows the location of the meditation chamber. So how did you... I was taking an after-lunch stroll and stumbled upon it. Isn't that a bit too convenient? All you need is a bit of luck and good eyes to stumble upon something interesting, young lady. I have very good eyes. Sure, why not? It's not like I have anything better to do. This way, please. Say, I've never been through this door yet. What's on the other side? You're here again. Here you are. Wait, this is a trap. Uh-oh. Where are we? Good question. Where do you think we are? Above the hall? Perceptive. You really have never been here. We painters are supposed to be good with directions and dimensions, all right? He covered the warning sign with another poster, just the deep ones. Above the hall, huh? It's about dinner time. Beneath of us, there should be a bunch of partying bandits. Across the walkway and down the staircase, you'll see the way out without anyone noticing. Ladies first. Is this safe? Oh. Why would you think that? I don't see anything that you should be worrying about. Shaky floor. If that's the case, I'm sure General would have left a notice here. You're worrying too much. Someone took it down. Who would do that? Do you have someone specific in mind? After you. Got cold feet? In that case, I would go first. See? Safe. Aha, I used my secret dragon technique where I don't slip, or where I don't cast any weight on things I step on. I just had a panic attack for no reason. Weird. Maybe I'm a bit paranoid, alright. Sure, I'll go. What is going to happen? Uh-huh. No reeking way. What? Reeking? So things are going good. We're just skipping over Chirotna each time. Like, no. We are always Tai Ching. Hey. When is this thing blowing up? About that. I may need a bit of time to get comfortable. We tried bashing it, lighting it up, plus a few other things. It's just unresponsive no matter what. Should there be a detonator or something? Where did you get this thing in the first place? From General? He was using it as a sort of voice recorder. Wait, recording? If this one reacts to voices, maybe it can be detonated by voice commands? Is that doable? I don't know much about transmutation. Is voice control an actual thing? It could be according to, like, folktales? Folktales? Like what? Like, cave gates opening to a specific phrase. And there are stories about a special kind of spell, taking full control of any being by uttering their true name out loud. Any being with the mortal soul, that is. See? Plenty of stories about voice commands. I've heard about those, alright. Most of these stories have to do with someone's name. Maybe something will happen if we call this probe by its name. Worth trying. Ahem. Deep bomb detonate. Oh, that deep bomb isn't working either? Come on. You and Loser mentioned deep bomb a bunch of times. If that could do the trick, you would have both been long dead. Aha, yes, whoever manufactured this would have used a safe word to avoid accidental detonations. Dragon Pearl detonate. What pearl? Where did that one come from? I don't really know. I just felt like it felt like the right thing to say. Uh-oh. Oh, it's a much smaller bomb than I expected. Oh, big L. That was intense. All right. The pride flag saved the day. The Bizarro World pride flag. Buddha's plate armor. The safe's blown wide open. If we stood any closer. I see its potential in warfare now. This is perfect for assassination with precision. Hope it didn't blow up the key as well. Oh, the L fell to the floor somehow. Chiratna! Are you okay? Totally. See what I found. This must be the board key, right? It's literally a board. Looks like the right size. This has to be it. The right size. I saw the keyhole earlier. It's a square impression about this big. This must be the key. Really? Then we made it. To the meditation chamber. And that's Transia being in trouble. She has not accomplished much for a long time in the story, has she? But what was that? Did you hear that noise? Yeah, something loud happened in the hall above us. Did the second floor walkway collapse or what? General warned me about it. I guess it's not one of the pieces of information that carried between well, actually, it kind of did. She just got disproven and doubted it. I've got a bad feeling. About what? We have the key. What could possibly go wrong? I don't know. Maybe Transia? Could she? Don't jinx it. Don't you think everything's been going, I don't know, too smoothly? As if it's all prearranged for us. Like they happened to talk about how to open the safe when we were hiding in Skylo's room? Do coincidences like that happen in real life? That was weird. Now that you've said it, Tarjum Dad happened to explain how the safe works in length, and he happened to have a chunk of mithril in his room. We're dealing with too many coincidences. Not just that, I happened to bring up his keyring. This whole thing is like staged. He did pick up his keyring. Someone's coming, hide. Great hiding spot, no one will ever see you there behind the pole. Boss, the gate is down, and the cockatrice is gone. Bottom line is, though, the safe is intact. No one can breach this. Don't you worry about that. Is he blind or what? Shh. Let's hope he doesn't look up. The infiltrator did this? Must be. I'll have the interrogation chamber ready by tomorrow morning. A spy in the camp. Outrageous. Bet none took care of it. Yes, boss. Apprehended and locked away in the dungeon. No one can beat none in a one-on-one battle. I was not there. How did you folks catch the infiltrator? The shaky walkway above the hall saved the day. The infiltrator was making a run for it when the whole thing came down. Sucker dropped right in the middle of us. Can't believe I missed the show. The walkway outside my room. I knew it was shaky, but collapsed. Again. What do you mean by again? I never told you it collapsed once before. Only a few of us know. How'd you find out? Don't tell me you stepped. Think carefully what you're going to say next. Aha! Did I say anything? No! Just shut up. He's impersonating someone, I think. Or there's something up with him. He's definitely lying. They caught an infiltrator. Could it be? It must be Transia. We should bust her out, now. For starters, get out of this room before they find out the key's gone. Good job. Run! Eh? That was... the monk and the priest. Why are they here? Why else do you think? Check the safe. Huh? Oh, sure. That's the combination. It's chaos. The combination is 2, 7, 6, 5, 4, 9, 8, 3. I'm not gonna remember that. Ah! The key! It's gone! Gone! They stole it. Fuck! Fucking... I don't even know how you would pull that off. You do like a rooster call of the word fuck. Hey, it's time to leave. Okay. You are in more than one place at once. He's still here? One of the two dragons is fake. Or he's like projecting a separate copy of himself as a golem. Because one of them's laying here and one of them's upstairs. Attention everyone, red alert, red alert. The monk and the priest stole the board key. Seal all ways out of the basement, catch them at all costs. Repeat, red alert. Freeze. Oh my god. That's a noise. Uh-oh. You have nowhere to run. We're done for. Except for the obviously set up secret door. How did you unlock that? The key ring, remember? There was a super large key that happened to fit. Great, run for it. We finally have the payoff of the suspicious locked door in the basement. Get out now! Awkward chase segment. Look there, that's our way out. A raft, better yet, just one. Better still, just one. Oh, so that'd mean that they can't follow. Get on. Come back here. Get them, none. Aha! I'm going anywhere but there. Untie the raft, Shiratna. Later, sucker. Good luck finding another raft. But your opponents know where you're going. Or at least two of them do. Shiratna, do you have the key? Yes, safe and sound. Yahoo! Today is just our day. But we can't leave Tronzi in the dungeon. Chill, we'll come back for her. Before that, let's drag our Seer out of hiding. That way, we get intel plus a hostage to exchange for Tronzia. Do you think it's gonna work out? Not that quitter talk again, bro. Let's see what's gonna happen and improvise on the fly. I mean, bro, since when did you become such a worrywart? Since, like, always? It's that you have changed, Tai Ching. Oh yeah? Maybe. People change, you know. Ah! Ah! It's a waterfall? What? What's going on? Oh, no. They threw the whole tree in the water. Okay. There's no freaking way! Technically, yes, there is no way in the middle of a river. I don't know what that means. Although one might argue the river itself is a waterway. Ha ha ha. What? It just blew past, but he's not on it. Seriously, this is not the time for your lame jokes, bro. Huh? Where'd the tiger go? Uh-oh. Ah! Tai Ching! Oop. I'm okay. Thank Buddha. Thank Buddha when you get yourself out of this Shiratna. As far as you're concerned, I saved you from amputation. You owe me one. Listen, Tiger, You don't mess with me and walk away alive. Hand over the key. Sorry, Tiger, I really can't. There's somewhere I must go. You're not going anywhere. The Seer and my brothers are counting on me. In that case, let's duke it out. Oh my goodness. A card game battle of rock, paper, scissors or something. This looks like chaos. Power +1, current power is 0 of 3. If attacked, you take damage equal to the enemy's power points. You can charge up to power +3. Negate incoming damage you can't block with attacks of power +3. It can't block attacks that are power +3. Attack with all your power. Current power is 0 to 3. Can't attack when power is depleted. Attacks can be blocked except when you attack with power +3. If both sides attack at the same time, the one with power wins. It does equal damage to the power gap. Damage equal to the power gap. Oh, okay. So you can only boost, block, or attack And then when we both attack at the same time, it subtracts the attacks from each other to determine the winner and how much damage is done. You can block at any point, but I never know when he's going to attack. But I guess he can attack now because both of us need to gain power. He went for block. So then punch now. That's 2 damage. And I should block because he's going to attack me. You can save up for 3 for the guaranteed damage, but it's just not necessarily time efficient. But now I can, because now I can delete him. Oh, but it still subtracts. Because he attacked at the same time. We were both ready. Match, okay. It's like a complicated rock, paper, scissors sort of setup. There we go. You're not bad. What happened? It's like one of your arm isn't quite working. Bruising and skin rash. I gave him some ointment. Man, I told you not to get it wet. You got hurt while chasing Johnny? No, unrelated. What's happening to your face? No, don't melt the tiger. Oh, that's not a good anything. It's rejection. When you get body paint, you gotta keep your mind focused. Otherwise the paint does this. This ink. Dragon ink. It's alive. So it's made of dragons probably at this point, given all the other stuff that's made of dragons, and it just, what does it just eat you? How do you stay focused? Why'd they put a kid in dragon ink if it's this dangerous? Are you okay? I mean, mentally? Everything has pros and cons. With body paint, this is the price I pay for the convenience. Not much of a price for a real man. Shh. Is it just me or is his voice quivering? You can tell me if you're in pain. I've helped people with it before. I can do it again. You calling me a sissy? No, I'm saying... Uh-oh. This pain only makes me stronger. Just surrender, Chiratna. Watch out, he's twice as serious now. Uh-oh. Health meds, Chiratna. Thanks, I'm feeling much better. It gives me a chance at least. Oops, I meant to attack. I meant to attack when I was at 3 and he was at 1, damn it. Alright. Oh, power meds. I have the power! Haha, you fool. Very good, Chiratna. You've defeated me, fair and square. I guess he's okay now? We punched him out of the paint eating him? That didn't work on the other guy. Not really fair. Thank you, Tai Ching. Then leave us alone. Thanks. I mean, it's not... Is it that unfair? He got a whole second health bar, apparently. You just got 1 heal. You got healed for 1 pip and then 1 pip of attack. You know it's rule 1 of being a bandit? Play it safe, not fair. Oh! Chiratna! Can they both swim? I'm alright. Is the tiger alright? Thank gods for this tree. He wrestled the key out of my hand the moment we hit the water. He's gone. Swimming against the current. What is this guy made of? Sorry, Tai Ching. I dropped the ball. Don't say that. That bed nun is like an unstoppable force of nature. We can get the key back later. Yeah. I'm sorry, really. Are you okay? You don't sound right. I am. If you say so. Large tiger. Don't feel bad. I don't blame you. And you don't need to blame yourself. We lost a battle. But so what? The war isn't over yet. What do you say? You're right. It's not over yet. We must go back for Transia. Yes, I must get a grip. That's the spirit, bro. If there is anyone's fault, blame Betnun for being ridiculously strong. If there's anyone... Maybe if there's anyone at fault, I guess they're going for? Or if it's anyone's... It's just not quite right. Now that we've seen it, next time we're going to get him for good. Next time is a luxury you don't have. It's probably the old guy that's been... No, other boss. Skylo Tus, how did you... I see. They built this camp and this escape route. Of course he knows where the exit is. You've, been here a while? Smart. If you were smart enough, you would have seen this coming. This is what? All part of your plan? What do you think? No way. Work on it later. You have all the time in the world in the dungeon. Arrest them. Arrest them is a funny phrase to hear the bandit say. Ah! Things are going good. Oh. Okay. Surprising amount of suspense that they built there. Just a moment of like everyone's trapped. Where the heck am I? I feel like being smashed against a stone wall. That makes it sound like you want that to happen and not like that it happened. Ah, my eyes. I thought you'd appreciate some light. Is this a dungeon? This just is a room. Not this much. How are you doing? You made an impressive crater in those boxes. You tricked me, oldster. I didn't. The walkway looked sturdy. And I went across safely, didn't I? How much do you weigh? None of your business. I apologize if that makes you feel better. Just be glad I didn't break any bones. In hindsight, we should have taken this route downstairs. Downstairs? Are we like beneath where the walkway was? That means... we're in the Great Hall? Yes. Wait. Where is everyone? Yeah, where's the stage? Is this before we cleaned everything up? Who's everyone? The party. Isn't this place supposed to be packed with partying bandits? Oh my god! That's actually clever. Huh. God, we've been in this quest for hours. The other two are partied up, but we've never directly interacted with Transia. It would be interesting to go back through the entire quest and think about every moment of the story, everything she's interacted with, and figure out which moments match up with things and which ones don't. So the smelling salts started being distributed yesterday. The smelling salts were being distributed yesterday. When she said to give one to Tai Ching, I think, didn't she say to give one to Tai Ching? That person then had like a whole day before they did it? But then who fell? What was the crash that happened upstairs and the supposed thief? It would explain why there was one of them with her and then another one sleeping downstairs, because it's different days. Unless the whole party has never started for anyone, it was some kind of illusion or trick. But I assume the reveal is supposed to be that she is going through this stuff yesterday and everything else is happening today. Because this is what the room looked like before we cleaned it up. I wonder how tight this reveal is. We've been doing it for hours, and in my case, weeks. So I don't have the tightest mental map of how it all played out, but this is a wild reveal, actually. The party is for tomorrow. What? Freaking possible. Today's Mid-Autumn Day, I'm sure about that. Correct. But the Moonfest is on the next day. Why do they have a separate day for that? Maybe to have one more day off? Bandits need work-life balance too. Somehow I feel... Feel what? That you have seen bandits partying earlier today? I didn't see it per se. It's more like someone told me. They talked about the bridge collapsing again. So that was him reacting to the bridge collapsing in Tai Ching's timeline. Because it collapsed before with Transia yesterday. But then somebody was up there building statues on it? I wonder how many weird clues there were. She was just kind of continually stuck in other spaces and never made it out here. I didn't see it per se. It's more like someone told me... I don't know what's going on anymore. Prepare to pay my medical bills if I'm having a concussion. This also means that they have transferred information between themselves, not just across space, but time? Of course, it's the least I could do. Interesting. You had a premonition about what's going to happen tomorrow. Tell me about it later. This is truly interesting. But right now, let's see if the guy under you is alright. What guy? Under me? Oh, I landed on the boss? Gee, I thought the floor was softer than it should be. Thank you, dude. I suggested using the walkway precisely because there was someone in the hall. Let's see who my cushion is. I'll be damned, Skylo Tus. Is he alive? He's just taken out. Did anyone else come with him? Unlikely. The hall is usually locked, and no one would overlook those warning signs. You're pretty strong for an oldster, hauling a bear this far. Maybe I'm not as old as you think. Was he stuck in a 16-fold dimension, and so he's like from the old days or something maybe, but has like skipped till now? Come on, I'm sure you were already an oldster before I was born. Manners, young lady. By dragon standards, I'm in my prime years. Whatever you say. Say, oldster. You found Skylo Tus. Mission accomplished. Mission failed. See this? On my hands. What's that? White paint? Yes, I got that from carrying him. You don't mean... I do. He's not albino, much less the Servitude clan. What we have here is a panda disguised as a polar bear. He's a panda bear? That explains so much bamboo. I should have known better. Don't give up yet. The world is big. Easy for you to say. I'm trying to, like, cheer you up, dude. I'd believe you for now. Now that my mission has failed, I've got nothing better to do. I might as well kill some time by helping you out. Free of charge before you ask. Help me with what? Fresh ideas, for example, to make your life easier. Oh, I'm all ears. Like right now. Since we have Skylo Tus knocked out, we might as well lock him up, so that you can disguise as him. As the bandit's boss, you'd be able to go anywhere without being questioned. Better still, the real deal is locked away. That's actually a good idea. What do I know? Wisdom does grow with age. Is there another way of calling me old? Or is that another way of calling me old? No, I'm calling you wise. In that case, let's lock him up. Here, in this wardrobe, it's large enough for him. Done. That settles that. We can safely forget about Skylo Tus for now. What if he wakes up? We're gonna need a whole day. I don't see any problem. He's tied up and gagged, isn't he? Of course, you can drug him with sedatives now, just in case. I'd better not, in case he's killed by an overdose. The stage is set. Now the show is yours. Watch this. Done. How do I look? Good enough for these bandits. But not good enough for you? No, but I do need to tell you and the real Skylo apart, so I say this would do nicely. Yep. When Trotna and Tai Ching show up tomorrow, I'll be their secret nanny. With the three of us, getting the safe open won't be a big problem. My mission failed, but this is quite a great distraction. Quality entertainment. So the real... Trying to unpack this. So the real Skylo Tus has been unconscious this entire time? But the deer guy showed up and impersonated Skylo Tus, but also the other real Skylo Tus is also impersonated by Transia, who's been here since yesterday. So we just got caught by Skylo Tus, who's actually Transia. Everything's fine. Except for the part we still don't have the key. Excuse me. Lead the way, psychic. Sure, boss. Oh, it's all auto-playing, but it's stuff we've seen before, I guess. That's when I got the form, and they were like, and they're calling him Ulster. It's because she was the one calling him Ulster all the time. She was constantly calling him Ulster before. I was wondering about that. People kept talking about calling them Ulster, and like it was a weird thing to say in public, like it implied familiarity. But then she kept calling that, and no one was making that sound weird. It's because she was the guy the whole time? What a bizarre twist to spend that much work building up. That's extremely funny. Insane. Work on it later. You have all the time in the world in the dungeon. Arrest them. Just kidding, lol. Give them a break. They're terrified. Sorry, I was having too much fun. You're... Transia? Friends and family reunite at full moon. Here we are. I thought they caught you. I can't believe this. What broke the bridge then, though? I have a new question. Since when did you start to go around this place as Skylo? Since last night. Then I heard there was another fake Skylo. I was like, seriously, dude? How many fake Skylos do we need? That must be Johnny Chen. The deer guy. took me a ton of effort to prove him fake. Shame, I missed the show. All this time, the Skylo we saw was you? Yep, I assigned all the bandits all sorts of errands that they'd leave you two alone. Didn't go exactly according to plan, though. They had trouble following orders, but this oldster here helped me out. You're welcome. I tried so hard to get him out of my way. Too hasty, young man. You had the advantage working separately. Smaller targets. Teaming up too soon would have ruined that. Plus, weren't you entertained by my jokes? Your jokes were hilarious, all right. The real challenge was General So. He's the meticulous type, and keeps roaming all over the camp. He was... yeah. He's pretty good at his job. I managed to get Nice away, but he immediately sent someone to fill the gap. No wonder, I had this feeling of being guided. You've been watching from above this whole time? And giving you guys a hand every now and then. Could have done better if Johnny Chen was not here. Ulster gave me some advice from time to time without explaining why. Like, I wanted to show you my true face when I had the opportunity, but Ulster stopped me. They'd act more naturally around Skylo if they didn't know. Is that it? I thought you just enjoyed the chaos. Oh my, why would I do that? You'd better not. But at the end of the day, I failed you. I failed you all. What do you mean? I had the key to the meditation chamber, but Tiger took it. Tiger? You mean Betnun? Betnun So? That painted tiger. He is a tough one. It's not all your fault, Trotna. I'm partially to blame. About that. Actually... nope, this palm scanner isn't working, I'm positive. 5 minutes to finish scanning. I've been pressing his paw to this piece of junk for like forever. His paw? It must be an improved design. The lock stays engaged if Skylo is dead or unconscious. Can't say I'm surprised. Is Skylo here? Unconscious? Or are you just painting yourself as him? Does that work? This thing is nailed to the ground? I thought we could lift it up and try the bottom. I'm afraid that's not happening. 9 pegs. 1 wire. Billions of possible combinations. Indeed. An unbreakable build coupled with an uncrackable combination lock. Unbreakable? They could put something together. There must be a way to take it apart. At least there should be seams, no? No. You've got to be kidding me. Isn't this deep steel supposed to be the toughest metal ever? How did they assemble parts into this thing if they can't bore holes into it? They forged this entire safe as one single part. How did we blow it up? Dude, listen to yourself. Wakey wakey, oldster's common sense. The existence of deep steel itself defies common sense. That's a load of... You're hopeless. This conversation ends here. I'm not wasting my life on crazy talk. If nothing else works, we'll have to get the combination out of General, one way or the other. That would be unlikely, not without a full torture chamber. Sheesh, you're one evil old man. I was just saying. I've got an idea. How about we make a fake safe? Please elaborate. Sure. See that? These 2 cabinets are about the same size as the safe. What if we paint one of them green and slap a fake pegboard on it? They're just gonna make a fake safe and trick people into bringing the stuff to that safe? Interesting. Then we push this huge ass bookshelf to the right, cover the real safe. Please do go on. Then we trick General into opening the fake safe. He won't have any trouble because, duh, there isn't even a real lock, but the combination he uses must be real. See where I'm going? Then he uses the interior of the fake safe, where there's nothing but air. That's a problem. We should put a fake board key inside so that Mr. Cockman doesn't tell right away. Open a fake safe, see a fake key, utter a sigh of relief, and then walk away with peace of mind. All the while, we stand on the side and watch how he uses the wire. Sounds flawless, but I'm already seeing a few practical issues. For example, first of all, the fake safe isn't exactly where the real one should be. Chillax, I'm pretty sure he won't notice. I ran into something like that in the theater somewhere and got totally tricked. It's nigh impossible to remember the exact location of furniture pieces in a large, poorly lit room, unless you have a fast print of the original layout for reference. That could work. Problem 2. Do we know what the board key looks like? Nope. Then it may not be that simple to fool General. If he could tell the key's fake on a casual glance, we're toast. Good point. We haven't even explored finer details yet. Such as, General wouldn't come down here unless there was a good reason for him to check on the key. I wonder if they can go to the keyhole and make a mold of it? Then, even if everything works according to your plan, he might block our sight when using the pegboard and remove the wire as soon as the door opens. He's not smart, but very meticulous. You're right, this is too hard to pull off. Let me think of something else. Take your time. So they were still doing the heist until now. Us bursting the fake one brought them down to do the combination, which is when we saw it too. And in that moment, that's when Transia saw it, because that was all of their plan. The heist of the century. And he's just hanging out there, because then he can go check it out. Yeah. He did in fact give us the keys on purpose, and it was sleeping there on purpose. That little peace sign. I love the little peace sign. They have so many animations, holy shit. The real ones, like octagonal, they were super wrong. They could have gotten in trouble. But because of the whole setup, they set it up so that we had to steal it, so nobody who is dealing with it knows what it looks like. So that's how they got General to use the safe key, but in a situation where they would know it was stolen. And give it the combination. Okay, yeah, damn. That was a wild setup. Mostly hinted by the fact that that guy was sleeping there while also being with Transia and being like, hang on a minute. But I would have never unpacked that. That's insane. That's how it went. So you see, I have the real key. What's the board that Tiger took from us then? The fake key I made. I forgot to give them back to their... I forgot to give them back their South Finder back at the theater. It came in pretty handy, with a bit of body paint, of course. The real key is like this, an octagon. I thought it should be square. You mean that impression in the backyard? They made that to mount a scoreboard. There's an upcoming fitness test, remember? So Tarjumdad tricked me? Hey, where did he go? When did he go? Tricky old oldster. Where's the meditation chamber then? Halfway up the hill, not too far from here. The oldster took me there yesterday. I could show you the way. By the way, do you guys know what low-key means? Me and Ulster tried everything to tell you to pry the fake safe, and you ended up using a bomb? General wouldn't have a pegboard to use if you accidentally blew the thing up. That could have ruined our plan. Aha! At the end of the day, it worked. That's what matters. Barely. We were really lucky. Now that you mentioned the bomb, I have a question. Shoot. When we were setting up the bomb, there was a loud crash and a lot of commotion in the hall upstairs. Ah, yes. General said an infiltrator fell down along with the second floor walkway and was captured. We thought it was you. Who else could it be that not Transia? It was the deer? Who else is in play right now? You can come out now. They're busy looking for you all over the mountain. The camp is practically abandoned. They captured Nightmare? I'll be damned. I got caught by this tiger god on my way down the mountain yesterday. I picked the dungeon lock and got out. Then the walkway collapsed and I fell right in front of the same tiger again. He fought the other tiger and got his ass beat, which is funny because he looks like he might be 50% larger than him. They had a tiger war. One tough bastard, that tiger. I managed to just land one blow on his arm before he knocked me out. So because that's part of why his arm was fucked up. That makes you think again about Zone 2's bandits. Not so bad for a police officer from Zone 3, are they? Are you from Zone 3? Or they're tough, got to give them that. Considering everything, I'll postpone the raid. We're not prepared for this kind of resistance. More importantly, sorry for wasting your time. You have important work to do than rescue me. Oh, not a problem at all. It was a nice distraction. I still feel like this guy's up to something and he's betraying everybody. And then like this whole thing with Transia was helpful for him and entertaining, but he still has his own motives. I'm just glad that Transia didn't take the role of the psychic, otherwise you wouldn't be here to help me out. Don't worry about that, officer. I'd still be here. Maybe as something else, if she took my place. You really don't have to. I do have to. There's an old friend that I'm dying to meet. You insisted that I should bring Transia over one day in advance. Was that part of your plan as well? Can't say it's not. Who is this old friend? There isn't a single person in this world that you have to visit in person. How should I put it? You can call him the Deep One. Is this the Emperor? Is he just the Emperor and nobody knows what he looks like? But he is a different kind of dragon, so maybe not. I see. I wouldn't ask what I'm not supposed to know. A wise decision, officer. You might want to keep this. Nightmare received a key from Tarjumdad. What the fuck is happening at this point? What is this for? There's a locked room near the collapsed walkway. Skylo Tus, the boss of the camp, is in that room, locked in a wardrobe, most likely still passed out. Bring him along when you leave. With its head cut off, the snake won't thrash for long. Maybe you won't even need a raid after all. What do you think? Thank you, sir. I'm deeply grateful. It's not too surprising that Nightmare is back, just because it did kind of feel like the game it feels like the game likes Nightmare. So it's a bit surprising that he was kind of sidelined, because he was all in all of chapter 2 and then kind of disappeared. That is so many things. I forgot about the chapter structure because of how long we've been going for. Got over 1,000 points. What I got literally all of Tai Ching. Most of Taratna. I missed like one thing, I guess. But only I missed like 10% of Transia. Maybe when I didn't find the combination separately. But no, there's such a big reveal about how they found the combination that I think maybe I was never supposed to. So I don't know what I missed. The game doesn't really let you know what you missed necessarily. But this time I did every single side quest, which I guess gives me a 1.5 times multiplier on this nonsense screen full of nonsense. The prompts are all very funny to me. There's just so much stuff all over the screen that's like kind of a big deal, and then like for when you acknowledge prompts, the thing just says sure. Just like nothing's quite what you expect it to be phrased as. Whew! Remember this thing? Remember being here? Okay, let's see how many points I have with this stuff. $615 more points. Jeez. Oh my goodness. I've only seen 33 affinity lines. How many more could you see besides spamming individual people or something? 750 choices. What's a choice? What are those quantified as? I have 5 stars of jump height and drop height and number of jumps. I'm just a hoppy boy. Oh, it's capped out. I've done over 2,600 jumps. And I guess 5 stars is just the end. If you hit 5 stars, it stops rewarding you more. I just hop so much. It's so far beyond almost everything else. Yeah, we'll definitely do intervals of 10. Save me! Those are a lot of things. Gotcha Pondy's nuts. I don't even know what these things are. Oh, I hit the milestone for the gotcha. That was a huge chapter with so many characters. Yep, gachapon spins. I assume that's what it was. Now it's over 100. Yeah. Yeah, it must have been for passing 100. So we're doing them in intervals of 10. How? I must have passed a different threshold because that wouldn't be 10 more. But I didn't think anything else was being affected by these directly. Oh, they're 30 each. Awarded 50, but for what? Playing time? Did my playing time just max out? Because that's also not listed as having any more goals. Choices, saves. Spamming saves seems like a goofy ass thing to reward me for. Oh, maybe Carmarine's, yeah, spent. I probably just spent the next threshold of those. The screen's goofy. It's just very goofy things to keep track of. One of them's just encouraging me to spam the quick save button, which is nonsense. Kevin MacLeod in CompTech, the freaking free music that every YouTuber uses, and our furry tabletop series uses a lot of for early Cape Escape and Dead Laws. By the way, you're watching this because you like furry stuff. If you haven't checked it out yet, we have a channel called Knoll Playing Games, Gnoll. Knoll is in like the hyena things from fantasy stuff. We do tabletop in the style of furry visual novels. We have 2 seasons of Cape Escape and 1 season of Dead Laws, so it's like a modern horror thing, and then one that's like a period piece cowboy thing where they get sucked into Silent Hill, kind of. Not quite Silent Hill, but yeah. check those out. No, not a lot of people watch that stuff, but everyone seems to really enjoy it that does check it out. Sonic the Hedgehog butt rock. Let's go, yeah. Okay, now this song's actually, I actually like the song, yeah. He's just napping over here. Charge him, Dad. Can I not climb higher? I can. These are all the mannequins. Up here is all the people from last chapter. These poor guys. They were a fun bunch of people to meet. Oh no, I was sad about almost murdering his family. I liked the bandit chapter. That was a fun, crowded bunch of characters. It's also a bit of a reprieve from how chapter 3 kind of had a boring cast. This fucking fox statue guy has the pose. It's like, behold my power. But it has like, it's like the energy of like, what is it? There's that one like amazing drawing of there's like there's an old-timey paint, not old-timey. There's a famous painting of a bunch of like famous figures all sitting in like a diner at night, and you're seeing it from the outside through the windows. And there's somebody who did an edit of it that has just like I think it's like an anteater that just threw a chair out the window and cracked the window, and all the people are looking terrified out the window at the anteater. That's just like, and he's like doing this like power pose, and that thing is just incredible. There's a Transia, art of all of our peoples. This place felt so vast and oversized when we first got here because of how overkill it was in size. But now that it's actually full of stuff, it actually feels kind of cozy and interesting to run around in. When it was empty, it felt like it was 3 times larger, and I was actively like, I don't really want to come here ever again. Does the lever work? Nope, it's just explaining that location again. Yeah, I don't feel the need to constantly dive through all the lore, though, which is our primary reward. Just seems a bit much. Surprisingly few recurring characters so far. It's pretty much just Nightmare and Johnny Chen, as far as the between chapters people. What makes you say they don't look? What makes you say that they don't look like citizens of Bluescales? How does one determine that? Yeah, I assume this was kickstarted. Milk! Natsume Pigeon Alashiki. Owen. Angus. Demos. We have 6 pages of these. Anyway, back to the video game. Time to start chapter 5? Which might be the last one. Oh. There's the lock. Are we going back? Or are we going forward? No, but just the locks there to foreshadow how the locks were in that chapter, I guess. Go to the meditation chamber as everyone together. Is this where we're gonna find like the weird microcosm of the overall colony? I wonder if there'd be sequels in this setting, because like there is a larger setting that we haven't quite gotten to, like all the districts and stuff. I thought it should be here. This hiking reminds me of our old days in Mount Panda. You remember that? Of course, we... I don't remember exactly what we did, but we were happy. That much I'm sure of. Yeah, we were simple animals back then. It's normal that our old memories are fuzzy. Right, Transia? Yeah, probably. Taratna is treating this like a field tour. That's not good. Maybe I should remind him? You look excited. Yep. I'm happier than you could imagine. Is there a reason they have to stay apart from each other and that's what we're gonna learn? Feeling happy? That's because I've been looking forward to this reunion for a long time. You have no idea how I missed you guys. I was hoping to at least say hi to you guys before this operation. You're like a puppy, Taratna. Canines are like that. You're a canine. Foxes are canines too, you know. You're right about that, but I've been battling the anti-independent part of my nature for years. Now I'm a completely independent and capable adult. That's not wanting to see people is not in any way particularly adult. The part of your nature where that charming trick comes from? I saw you do some disturbing things, dude. I had no idea you were so flexible. I wouldn't use that if there were other options. Tai Ching's a capable adult indeed, while every time I find myself in trouble, I faced many difficult situations on my own. But you guys are what kept me going. Huh? Really? What exactly do you think about us? Just like, how would Tai Ching and Transia deal with this? After many tries, I'd usually work out a good solution. I wouldn't make it without you. I think it's fair to say that. Wow, I'm flattered. I should really focus on the mission right now. Stay alert. What I wanted to say was, this Seer we're about to meet is unfathomable. I mean, now this mission gets really dangerous. So I need you to keep calm and objective, Taratna. This is not a field trip or a family reunion. I disagree. If we get this far without a problem, then... dude, this is totally different. We're literally walking into unknown territory now. I guess you're right. I'll take it seriously. It's been a long time since we last met. So long that I sort of can't remember when that happened. Is that a problem? Say, folks... Take Taratna's side? I don't think he means what you think he means. He's just happy about our reunion. The Seer is a real threat. I'm sure he's aware of that. Okay, I'm not pointing fingers, just thought he might need a reality check. You're right, though. I should trust my partner's judgment. Good, let's keep moving. Yeah. What is implied there? Why doesn't he... Is there a more significant reason he might not remember last time? Oh, I'm one of them. Do I have a switch button anymore? What kind of person is this Seer? It's just around this part. Shouldn't be too difficult to find. Do I even have a switch button anymore? I don't know. Big gear. Here. Oh, yep, that's it. I can tell this place is special just by the look of it. The pattern on the gate, it's... The gate's open. This must be some kind of touchless key. The gate opens when it senses the key's presence. That's some high tech. Let's get inside. That'd be really very startling to approach something and have it just open at you. They really made this guy the main character, huh? You default to him constantly whenever you're in a larger party. These green lines must be conduits in new tech systems. Been wondering for a long time. What exactly is new tech? Why is it considered lost since the demise of true dragons in the Servitude clan? It's a cutting-edge technology exclusive to the selected few. They invented a language for it, so that those outside the circle couldn't easily learn it. Such confidentiality is a double-edged sword, you see. Once those inside the circle die out, the knowledge is effectively lost. People just know these things work, but can't figure out how. Transia? What's wrong? Am I seeing things or what? That structure over there. It looks like a mirage I saw in some old illustrations. Mirage? Like desert illusions? I don't think they happen in a cave like this. Interesting. We should look closer. Ink production? Is the ink also made of dragon corpses? Well, there's people who make the ink, right? Because he was sourcing the ink. The structure is made of metal. What kind of metal is this? Is this the meditation chamber? It's made of... What's this? Rustless steel? Not your everyday steel for sure. I can't believe it's Carmelines. That means it's deep steel. I can't read its Carmelines, I think it said. You mean this whole building is made of dead dragons? How many dragon pearls did they use? Who's out there? Skylo? Is that you? I told you to stay out, didn't I? Oh, yep. There's another dragon. Are either of the dragons we've met the type of dragon that runs this place? They're not, right? The other one was like a desert dragon or whatever, and this is like a deep dragon. So we still haven't seen like what the Emperor looks like. You're... Ha. Interesting. I was certainly not expecting any of you. We ask questions, you answer. You're the Seer? Worry art? What the heck do you want? Spill already. Spill what? It's a vague question. At least give me a hint. Phoenix Wright pose. Did you make a new body for Tomaito? And the body paint of Potato? You sent bandits out to hunt down dragon ink. What was that for? A lot of questions. But I believe that lady over there must have even more. Transia? No. This isn't happening. You can't be. Come in, esteemed guests. Make yourself comfortable, then we'll talk. You will find all the answers you need. Transia? Maybe I need a reality check more than Taratna does. Now, I'm good. Let's get inside. Just be careful with every step. Are they related? Can they be related when they weren't even anthro when they were born? I will. Well, what could go wrong? Hey, Tai Ching, don't you feel this place? You feel it too. Yeah. Remind Taratna when you get a chance. I will. Are you okay, Transia? Yep. You were acting strange. Do you know him? I mean, the Seer. I'd like to ask him that. Okay, golems are in here. The paintings we saw in the other room are also in here. The distant figures. A lot of automated machinery in here, a lot of books, a lot of ink. And one painting that they've obliterated. Do you know me? Who do you think I am? If I wasn't delusional, he's the origin of many painting styles, the sole protege of the obscure, the very foundation of contemporary art. Egot art, as in post-egotism. Ah, I haven't heard that name in a long time. Nowadays they call me Moriarty. I still can't get over how it looks like Moriarty. Like it feels like it's on purpose. I thought that name was kind of familiar, but didn't connect the dots. Egot art was also known as worry art posthumously. Doesn't posthumously mean he's... Yeah, a name that came after his death. Egot art died decades ago. He spent his entire life trying to match the talent of his mentor. However, the obscure was not your regular artist. His paintings were simply one of a kind. Because of that, on top of Egot's own color blindness, he failed to achieve his one single goal. Egot was a legendary artist himself. He left behind countless works and inspired generations of artists to come. But all his life he saw himself as a failure because of that. For that, he was posthumously called worry art, a euphemism of worrywart, because he dwelled so much on an impossible challenge. In the art circle, we don't call him that. Despite what the man thought of himself, he died a towering figure, a grand master. Euphemism or not, you just don't call a grand master that. Good, good. I see you've passed your art history exam with flying colors. Egot was well aware how impossible his pursuit was. The obscure was the genius among all geniuses. Still, he spent a lifetime trying. Do you know why? I don't. It's like trying to level a mountain with a spoon, or exhausting all possible shapes of snowflakes, simply impossible. I kind of know. To each their own pursuit, none may deem another's vain. Praise Buddha's wisdom. The answer is right here. That's... I've heard about that painting in stories. Is he a art creation of himself? Did he paint himself as his own persona and then spawned a persona copy of himself when the original person actually died? The Obscure's one and only signed work, the one for his apprentice. Signed? The Obscure had a name? Let me see. With pleasure. It's also the same person. So his name was, douchebag? What? Look again, man. It's Dong Shibei. Not even close. A lot of people read it wrong. It's part of the reason why he never signed his works. Well? What the fuck? Egot decided to pursue the impossible and died trying because he saw me. You lost me, sir. You saw yourself? Did you finally look into a mirror or something? He's not Egot. He's an Artborn. Okay, I was ahead of it that time. Not your typical Artborn either. He was able to create more Artborns. Oh, I heard about that. Smarty said the Seer created Drab and Genghis Khan out of paintings. 2 decades. What? It took me well over 2 decades to figure out I'm not Egot's art. People don't know what they're really talking about when they say the obscure was capable of capturing life with his brush. He was able to create life with brush and ink. I am one of his creations. When was I born? I have no idea. I wasn't even aware that I was born. Like you don't have memory of being born? It's not like that. For a very long time, I never questioned the idea of Egot art. But he was colorblind. How could you? A perfect artist captures the finest details, including colorblindness. I don't believe it. I was born halfway through Egot's life, on an otherwise unremarkable day, a continuation of his memories from yesterday. Everything fit together seamlessly. I didn't have a reason to entertain the idea that I might not be Egot art. But didn't you find it weird when you saw the real Egot art? Weird, but not in the way you might think. Egot saw me, a life born out of unlife. The sight opened up his mind. In that moment, he decided that he wanted to replicate his mentor's greatest feat. And when I saw him, being a perfect replica of him, I was thinking the same thing. We both thought the other was born from a painting. We lived together like that for many years. That does make sense in its own way. Finally, there came the day that Egot died. That was the final revelation. He was Egot, and I was a replica. You wouldn't understand, but that was an existential crisis like no other. When I finally managed to reconcile with reality, another question bubbled up. What am I? The life inside me. Is it really life? There was no existing answer. I had to find my own. After trying all paths and finding dead ends indifferently, I had a new plan. One, who is the most qualified to define life? The creator of life, of course. Once I am able to create, like Egot's mentor, I might find the ultimate answer. I've heard something like that before. Power and fame do not blind me. I still held tightly onto my original purpose, to find out the nature and meaning for my life. What am I? What makes me what I am? Maybe the answer will be revealed when I take its life itself apart. If I manage to create life out of non-life, like how Master Lu created me, I will certainly come across it in the process. He had the same pursuit as Max HD. Egot spent a lifetime chasing that goal and failed. Could I imitate that's an imitation? Can you do it? Can you say and imitate? Could I, an imitation, do any better? You could, and you did. Only with the help of dragon ink. One difference between me and Egot is I don't care much about the means. Anything gets the job done is justified. With dragon ink, the impossible became easily in reach. Easily? Really? How did you discover dragon ink? Many years ago, the owner of an old theater hired me to bless his supposedly haunted estate. There, I found a hidden yin side, where there was a family of artborns just like me. Interestingly, they were born from a painting by none other than Egot. The Isas. They were created by Egot? I was confused. Egot failed numerous times. How did he manage it in this one single case? I ran a complete analysis of the paintings and realized the answer was the ink. It must be a coincidence. I suppose Egot himself didn't expect the outcome. From paintings to artborns, it takes an indefinite amount of time. Egot died without knowing that he achieved the impossible. Did the Obscure use dragon ink too? To tell the truth, I'm not sure. The answer is much more complicated than yes or no. Technically, he didn't use dragon ink, but in another sense, maybe he did. You can skip the riddles. What is dragon ink anyway? Clever as you are, I've already given enough hints. To create life out of paintings, there's only one way. You don't mean human transmutation? But I do. The remains of Dongshe Bay was a pitch black pearl. Grind it into fine soot, and you get a special kind of ink. You're kidding! Dragon ink is the remains of the obscure? Right. You're insane. How can you defile the remains of your own mentor? He was not my mentor. And think about it. Why shouldn't I? The Nobilis abhorred the idea of wasting talents, all for the future of Bluescales. He'd be happy seeing his legacy honored in this day and age. The death of one Dongshe Bay gives birth to an entire new species. Isn't that wonderful? You're insane. It depends on the perspective. Let's talk about the sweet boy Tomato. He'd be long gone if I didn't make him a new body with dragon ink. Would you say it's better to just let this young life perish? We all have prejudices. I understand if you came here to slay the evil dragon. But please allow me to explain myself. The remains of Dongshe Bay were stolen from his mausoleum before Egot died. Dragon ink was circulating in the market soon after. It didn't make a big splash because there was no artist good enough to create life with it. Now you see, the remains of the obscure were defiled with or without me. I was just salvaging what I could. Sending these bandits after dragon ink was precisely to prevent his legacy from being wasted. Dragon ink could be used for a greater cause. The Isas, Chen's sons, Drab, Genghis Khan. We need more kin to make a formidable force. Only then will we earn the recognition and respect that we deserve. Meanwhile, I'm also helping people where I can. The Toe brothers, Nice and his parents, Bet None So. A simple body paint could change their entire life for the better. Which part of this is evil, pray tell? In that case, you're doing good, all right? You showed up at my gate, menacing, but I don't sense a real fight in you. Think about it, my young friends. Is there really an evil dragon for you to slay? Or are you just frustrated by the lack of an answer? Where's Taratna? Is he still standing on the left? Just really off screen? There. I have given you the answer that you came for. If nothing else, I'd like to resume my meditation. Where is the wolf boy? Oops, broke your wall. Is there evil in here? It looks like you're crafting a giant mechanical golem true dragon to apocalypse the world or something. It's extremely, Tirana is so fucking funny in this game. Whoops, broke your wall. Wasn't listening. Yes, I've torn down the only wall that's not made of deep steel. What are you? Take that, not Egot. Just like you said, there's a huge space behind the wall. Of course there is. This meditation chamber is a lot smaller than it should be. The missing space has got to be somewhere. Let's see what it is that let's see what it is that you so don't want us to see. It's a huge pool of dragon ink. You have overstayed your welcome. Save it, Worrywart. We came here for real business. Now is the time to bait what we want to know out of him. Okay. I'm a little out of time right now, so I'm gonna take a break, but this is quite the moment. He wanted to play this off like he was just altruistic and doing nice things. But a lot of the suffering and upsetting things that has happened has all been tied directly to what he's been doing here. So even though he's helping people, he's clearly extracting value from them in doing so. The loyalty, he inspires loyalty in all the bandits, but like he's getting something out of everyone every step of the way. Dude is up to some shit, and next time we'll find out why. Or what. I'm good at sentences.